This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Forget the frustration of picking commerce platforms when you switch your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling wherever you sell. With Shopify, you'll harness the same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/tech.
This episode is brought to you by Experian. Are you paying for subscriptions you don't use but can't find the time or energy to cancel them? Experian could cancel unwanted subscriptions for you, saving you an average of $270 per year and plenty of time. Download the Experian app. Results will vary. Not all subscriptions are eligible. Savings are not guaranteed. Paid membership with connected payment account required.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, so I'm going to be doing this for any content creator that is not familiar with the whole thing of people pretending to be fans. Yes, that is a thing, alright? And yes, even with content creating, I feel like with like musicians, actor, you don't really hear about it too much. I feel like it's more so with like smaller like sources of entertainment. You don't really hear about it with like bigger sources of entertainment. I don't think Taylor Swift got no fake fans out there. I think anybody that sits around and listens to her music, they are a fan. So but anyways, but no, I'm gonna be more so talking about fake fans within the content creating world, because no, that's the thing. I've dealt with fake fans before. And it's weird, you know, it's a really, really weird thing where it's like you pretend, and it's just, it's something where I'm like, fam, I guess with me, I don't see a reason to pretend to be a fan of somebody. I'm either a fan of you or I'm not. But this is how I go about things. If I'm not a fan of a person, I'm not going to sit around and watch their videos. I'm not going to sit around and see everything that they're doing. I'm going to be focused on people that I'm actually a fan of. That's one of the things that you'll never catch me either watching or reacting to, is videos that I know I'm not gonna like. You know, so yeah, it's one of those, and I know people are gonna probably bring up some old videos that I've reacted to. Like, I know I've reacted to some of my haters videos and stuff. And no, I just find it funny. I find it like it's like that cringy content that you come across just randomly, like whether it's YouTube, TikTok, social media, other platforms, all that stuff. But yeah, that's how I look at most of the content that's made about me. I look at it as cringy, but it's just crazy to me that some of the audience members of that said content will somehow, some way develop the mindset of, hey, I'm going to be a fan of TMossBoss, but I'm not going to tell him that I'm not a fan. I'm going to try to be in disguise. I'm going to try to be, and that's one thing that I've managed to do, is figure out like who's a fan and who's not a fan. Now, I feel like the number one way of how I've been going on with that is just trusting nobody. You know, like if it's somebody that I just randomly, like if I go out of my way and meet this person, then I can believe that they're a fan of my content. But if it's somebody that just randomly just shows up to in my comment sections or shows up in my streams, you know, starts messaging me, comment underneath my posts and all that stuff, I can't trust them. And I know that might be disappointing to some, but it's like, if you've been through the stuff that I've been through, then you would understand. You would understand that you cannot trust everybody on the internet unless it's like some random person that you done met. Okay, cool. But even, it's funny because I feel like that people will hear me say this and they're gonna be like, oh, you can trust me, TMossBoss. No, I cannot. And I'm like, I feel like somebody that tells me some stuff like that, you're even putting it furthermore out there that I shouldn't trust you. So that's why I'm like, no, I'm at a point in time of my life where I'm like, I'm content with my audience. I'm content with my friends. I'm content with those around me. Anybody else that be trying to infiltrate and you know, just being weird, and that's like the number one way you could detect on somebody. I mean, yeah, you can have some weird fans out there too, but I feel like the weird fan and the weird hater pretending to be a fan is two completely different things. I'll get into that, but well, you know, no, let's just go ahead and just get on into it now. And I feel like I need to start off talking about like when a fan's being weird. When a fan's being weird, that's their personality. That's like who they are. That's the type of jokes that they crack. You can go any and everywhere and you'll see them carrying on like that, you know? And they're not like asking you random weird questions. Like, no, they're just being themselves. And I had to say I've met people like that through content creating, and then I've also have had friends like that in real life where it's like they got this weird personality, but at the same time, they cool. You know, they can respect you. It's like they can put that weird stuff aside and they can have a normal conversation with you. You know, and that's something that I enjoy so much about when I end up like just getting back into content creating and not really talking on people that I know IRL. But no, like with content creating, it ends up being a situation where this person used to be a fan. And the reason why I say that is because I can now call them a friend. Like there is one old fan in particular, now friend, but yeah, there was a friend of mine's where originally I met him through content creating. He discovered my videos and he told me how he discovered my videos. It wasn't like on no weird stuff where he wanted to be all secretive. Like, no, he told me like, hey, I seen you reacting to people from the Rainbow Six Siege community. I end up following you. One thing led to another. Next thing you know, dudes in my stream, he's telling me about like weird. You guys probably even have, if you follow me on Twitch, you most likely have seen him in my streams. Maybe not recently, but some time ago. Oh yeah, you definitely seen him in my stream talking about weird food combinations and all this other extra stuff. But it's a situation where it's all like, I looked at that and I know most people would be like, oh, that is kind of weird. Like that is kind of, but it's a weird where it's like, okay, like this is a weird where I'm like, I wouldn't feel uncomfortable if I'm seeing this person in real life, you know. But then there's people that I've talked to through the internet where if they are a fan, then they are a fan. But if they're not, then they're showing it where I know if I were to come across this person in real life, I would feel uncomfortable, you know. And there was one person in particular where I was all like, yeah, I want to avoid this person at all costs. But anyways, so there was this guy I remember that I did make some exposing videos on him not too long ago. I think I posted it on my, I think I did talk about it on my main channel, and I think I did post some stuff about it on my backup channel on YouTube, TMossBoss Extended. But anyways, so no, there was this guy where he would come to my channel, and it seemed like it was like normal at first. Like it just seemed like it was just a normal interaction. But the thing is though, is that I've dealt with people like him before where it's all like, oh yeah, you know, I'm a fan of you, but I used to be a fan of some of the people that you beef with. So at the time being, because I guess like I wasn't really thinking along those lines at that time, was like, oh, like this person is most likely not a fan. Like they're just based off of the conversations and all that stuff that they're having with me. Yeah, I can tell that this person's not a fan. I just thought that they were weird. I mean, they are weird, but that's what was just crossing my mind at first, you know. But anyways, now I remember they had came to my Twitch channel one day and told me, they was like, oh yeah, I used to be a fan of somebody that you beef with and things. They didn't say, they actually told me the name of the person, and I should have known right then and there. I'm like, yeah, these guys don't let go of anything. Like when they're mad about stuff, it's not like, can't act like an adult and just let things go. No, they gotta like take this stuff to the grave. And I'm like, fam, you guys are way too old to be carrying on like this. Come on now. But so anyways, so at first it just, yeah, seemed like it was just some old normal stuff. Next thing you know, I remember he was asking me like, oh, how many people live in your house? Do you have a gun? Oh, I just thought because you're black, like I just thought that you own a gun. And I'm thinking to myself, like, that's not a normal conversation that you have with people. I'm like, I know I might have my social anxiety where if I'm like, you know, I guess around a crowd, or, you know, like if I just like having a one-on-one conversation, like I might not know how to jump into that conversation. But at the same time, I do feel that mine's is a little bit more manageable. Like I'm not gonna ask a person, like if I'm talking to somebody that's Hispanic and I'm like, oh, you be sitting around eating burritos and tacos and stuff? Oh, I just thought because you're Hispanic, like I thought you just sit around and you do stuff like that. I thought you guys just, yeah, you know, you just do Hispanic stuff. You see how stupid that sounds? And it's things like that where it's like, fam, I know at your, because I think he did say he was like 20-something years old. I can't remember the exact age, but I was like, my thing is this. I know at your age, you ain't going to be talking to everybody like this. And if you do, fam, you don't need to be around the general public. you got issues, you need to go get those issues fixed, then you go out and talk to the general public. But until then, you got issues, you need to leave people alone. But that was even the end of it. Like this, I think I haven't talked on this guy numerous times, like I ain't gonna get into details, but yeah, let's just say he did have some weird conversations in my stream. They ended up leading to him getting banned. And then I remember he, after I banned him, he was trying to like go around and tell everybody like, oh, I'm being weird and all that other stuff. And I'm thinking to myself like, okay, well, there's one streamer I know in particular that is gonna have no problem about them banning you, because no, he was even getting into their streams. It's just one of those things where it's like, and it's something that confuses me, because I'm like, I don't know what the outsiders did to where they had to, now be involved with you and my situation. There's no reason for that, and I think that's something where I have talked on that, and maybe, that, like, now thinking about it, it's like, that's probably what the whole situation was, like, he's trying to use my, friends against me, and we're not so much as, like, use them against me, but he is trying to, like, get underneath my skin by bothering them, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I feel like as the time goes on, I'm building more and more of a thicker skin to where stuff just doesn't really bother me, and I know a lot of my friends can handle themselves. It is gonna bother me a little where it's like I see my friends going through crap where it's like it's because of me, and I'm like, dang, I'm sorry you gotta go through that, but I mean, like, they're just like me. They're like, okay, I'm just gonna ban this person, delete their comments, block them on social media, and just continue on going with my life, and I do encourage that to any and everybody out there. It's like, you dealing with some weirdos, ban them, block them, delete their comments. There might be a situation where I know where I had originally started because I dealt with something like this back in 2015. And this situation with this like whole Twitch stuff was like, I think that happened in like 2020, was it 2021 or 2022? I had to go back and check and things, but anyways, but no, I even remember back in 2015 I dealt with somebody being a fake fan. And no, it was just like they were just being so weird. Like they were, cause no, I remember when the 2015 situation, I was all like, nah, like I don't want to talk with you. Like I remember I ended up actually snapping on the kid. And so at that point, he just went crazy. He started threatening me, talking about, and these were his exact words, okay? Like how, and this is how he said it in this order, that he was going to starve me to death and then set me on fire and kill me with that. And I'm thinking to myself, fam, I can tell that you're a kid, because when you starve somebody to death, that doesn't mean that they're still alive afterwards. I'm no longer here. So yeah, that guy, I was like, he definitely, people told me that he had issues and it showed, and I was like, I remember people were also trying to defend that kid, and I'm like, yeah, if you guys actually seen some of the stuff that he was saying in my comment sections, you wouldn't be defending him. But yeah, I remember people were trying to defend him, because I remember there was a day where he did threaten me, and I was like, if I ever see you in real life, I will kick you in the throat. And I still stand by that, even if he's an adult now. I'm like, if that situation would happen today, it still would be the same words. People thinking like, oh, okay, like, no, TMossBoss, he's a bad person. No, I am a defender. I'm like, my thing is this. You got issues. You got that much of an issue with me over some YouTube videos. I'm like, fam, if people want to say I got issues, I'm like, then you have some serious issues, because that's just crazy to be carrying on like that over some YouTube videos. But anyways, but yeah, that's just my advice to any content creators out there. If you're dealing with somebody like this, definitely ban them, block them, protect your surroundings, protect your friends, your family, because you got some people out there where they can't just overall, because even there's a creator where it's all like, I don't really know that much of her, but she's even dealing with some she's more so dealing with stalkers. I can't really say she probably is dealing with haters pretending to be fans and stuff. And it's just, to me, it's just weird. It's just really weird where if you got that much issues with somebody, it's like, fam, why do you keep putting yourself in that environment where you have to be bothered with them? Like, that's a genuine question that I have for people. I want answers for that. Please, somebody comment that down below if you're viewing this on YouTube. Join my Twitch stream. Whatever the situation is, like, please, I need answers on this, because it never makes sense to me on, you don't like a person, but yet you put yourself in that environment where you're watching their videos, seeing what they post on social media, watching their live streams. Like, it's just something where I'm like, look, bruh, if you got issues with an individual, and this is my advice, I guess the haters, or the fans, the haters turned fans and stuff, or not haters turned fans, because they're not even fans, but it's like haters pretending, there we go, pretending to be fans. You got that much of an issue with an individual, stop watching their stuff. Like, and it's funny because they're gonna, I know people are gonna be all like, oh, that's an invalid argument, because that's been something that's always been said to me, and I'm like, no, you just don't want to take that responsibility to move on. And I'm like, and so if you're not a responsible individual, then yeah, that it clearly shows. But no, it's like, it's something where it's like, it doesn't require it to be an argument or anything else that you want to call it. No, it is you moving on with a situation and going on about your business. It shouldn't be me, an individual that you don't like, to tell you some smart information. Like, really though, because it's funny because the times where I've said that, people have tried to turn it into something, and I'm like, so you, based off of your philosophy on life, do you do that with everything? Let's say if you're getting stung by 100 bees, you're going to stand there and try to talk to each individual bee and be like, hey, stop stinging me, that hurts. I'm not a flower and stuff. No, you're going to run away from it. If you see a car flying at you doing 100 and something miles per hour, but you still have enough time to move out the way, you're going to stand there and be like, this car better not hit me, otherwise I'm going to make a bunch of tweets and YouTube videos about it. No, you're going to be at a Tupac concert. I'm trying to think of some other situations. If there's a video game that you don't like, you're within that window of 2 weeks and 2 hours where you could get your money back. You're going to keep that. And let's say it's a $70 video game. You know you don't like this video game, so you're going to play this video game every single day knowing you don't like it. No, you're going to get your money back. And you know what that's called? Common sense. Alright, man, I'm telling you, I really feel like that when I do stuff like this, I am schooling people, and I shouldn't even be schooling people, bro. Like, I'm out here being a teacher for no reason, but at least I should be getting paid if I'm gonna be doing stuff like this. But anyways, I guess I am with my podcast and stuff, but anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on a podcast streaming service. Thank you guys, and peace.